Bullpen today. I have a conservative radio talk personality, TV host, extreme conservative, and he's proud of it. Pastor Peterson, good day. Welcome to Indisputable.
Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
Sir, you all have a celebration coming up next month. Are you not the founder of White History Month, I think, which starts in July?
Yeah, we're going to be celebrating our 4th year of White History Month in July. And the reason that we started it in July is because if you notice, July just feels white.
I think it's important for people to know you're not a comedian. What you're saying, I get this clown off my show. I appreciate you.
Who hate God, who hate the nuclear family.
Yeah. Listen, for those of you who wanted me to continue to engage that clown on this show, I'm sorry, I just couldn't do it. I'm only a human being. So please forgive me, okay? All right.
Happy White History Month.
I guess every month is White History Month to a degree, right?
No, July is White History Month. We've been celebrating White History Month for 7 years now.
I have to admit, I didn't know that.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, happy White History Month.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
And so when you say every month, because I hear that a lot, people say, well, every month is White History Month. What do they mean by that?
Well, I think they honestly mean that most history that we learn in the United States is about Western civilization. And by that, they mean Greece, Europe, American history. And most of that history is about white kings and queens in Europe, and Greeks and Romans were predominantly white. And American history, you know, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, all these books I've got here, those are mostly white men too. So most of the history that I've learned and that most people learn is white history.
And with the help of God, they created the greatest country on this side of heaven. And so, but that is American history. And the reason that I started white history, because they're trying to wipe out white history and replace it with all fake, false, made up stuff, history. And it's not good for the generations to come to not understand real history of America. Do you agree?
I think that what's trying to happen, and maybe you're referring to the 1619 Project or other efforts to make sure women are included in history, or Black history is included in American history, or, you know, Mexican American history is included in American history, to try to make it kind of more well-rounded. Native American history too, I should add. There have been very key people in our history. I'm in Baltimore right now. Frederick Douglass played a major role leading up to the Civil War in abolition movements. Abraham Lincoln also obviously a huge role when he was president. But I think students should learn about both Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass. And if you just learned about one or the other, then you're not getting the whole story. In fact, you're still not getting the whole story if you just learn about the two of them. There were millions of people involved in the Civil War, as an example.
But those Frederick Douglass and people like that, they would just happen to be here because the white man fought the country. So they were here, and then they participated in American history. They were not the founder of American history. And then the Black history, Mexican history, Asian history, all those other folk history, they need to take that back to their country. That's not a part of our country. They had nothing to do with building our country.
I would disagree with that, mostly because America's more about the ideals than it is about the people who were here at the very beginning. Although, of course, the founding fathers did a great job with the Declaration of Independence, with the Constitution. But if you ever go, and maybe you have gone to a naturalization ceremony where new immigrants get to become American citizens for the first time, those people are crying. They're so proud to be Americans. Immigrants are some of the most American people that I know. And it's because they believe in our ideals and they want to be part of America. And I think everybody can be American, no matter what country you come from, no matter what your religion, ethnicity, background. That's what makes America great, is that you can come from anywhere, but you can become an American. In fact, that's what Ronald Reagan said in his closing speech when he left the presidency, is he said, this is the only country on the earth where you can come here. You could live in Japan for 20 years, but you'll never become Japanese. You could live in Germany your whole life, but you'll never become a German. But you come here, you adopt our ideals, you become one of us. Anyone from any place on earth can become an American. And I'm very proud of that part of our country. And Ronald Reagan said it best, honestly.
But still, that wouldn't make them the founder of the country. Just because you let someone come and live at your home.
That's true. It wouldn't make them the founders. The founders would still be.
They don't own the home, right? So it would still be white history. Are you white?
I mean, not to. I might be a little controversial, but I know you actually like a little controversy.
No, I don't.
You don't think so?
No.
Well, I want to tell you something that I learned recently when I was out in Colorado. I saw a professor speaking about how what it means to be white keeps changing. Like at the beginning, being white was you were just an English person who had come to America, you owned land, like you were saying. Those are the only people that could vote in the beginning. Then they extended a little bit. Maybe the Irish got the right to vote, but were Italians really white? And it took a while for Italians and Germans and other ethnicities to be able to claim their whiteness. And now we've got to the point where 90% of Hispanics believe they're white, and 70% of Asians believe they're white too. So in America, there is something where everybody wants to become white, and that is, I don't know if it's a good thing or not. It's just a reality about how our country works.
Well, there are some black people who think they're white too, so everybody want to be white.
That's true.
I have a major announcement right now. As of today, the 1st of July, today is the 2nd, I think, 2nd. But the 1st of July is White History Month. White History Month. So the whole month is White History Month from now on. Happy White History Month. As of July 1, 2018, we will be celebrating the entire month of July, White History Month. And the reason I picked July, put it there, James. The reason I picked July is because white Christian males and female conservative, straight men and women of God are very patriotic, and July just fit with white people. 4th of July, vacations, a quiet moment to appreciate the freedom that this great country offers. And so I figure since white people founded this country and created the Constitution, then why, if we can have Black History Month, they haven't done a thing. The Gay History Month, who have not done anything. The Mexican months and the Indian months and the Japanese month and Chinese month. Why not White History Month? This is their country. So for the entire month, we're going to be celebrating White History Month of July. So happy White History Month, white folks. This is your country. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate the fact that you founded, created one of the greatest countries on this side of heaven. No one else can do this. So thank you so much. And I'm showing my appreciation by recognizing your month. Isn't that something? Yes, Jesse, that is something else. So happy History Month. And, this is our first time doing it, so my team and I have been thinking about how we're going to do it. We're going to present, good things that white folks have done to make this country so great. I want to hear from you, your testimonies about white history and how you see it and blah, blah, blah. All right? Jeff, thank you for holding. Go ahead.
Yeah, you make that sound good, White History Month. Thank you.
You're welcome. So you are celebrating? Like you are celebrating with me?
I'll acknowledge it. I'm too new to it. It's too new.
It's brand new. This is the first time that I'm doing this. What do you think about my starting White History Month this year?
This is our first year of celebrating the entire month of July as White History Month. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I have no problem with it. I'm not personally an identitarian, but I think that I like it seems to be kind of a middle finger to the establishment because there seems to be an anti-white narrative, especially in the corporate media. So I think it's fun.
Because I'm actually a disabled Jew, but I grew up Orthodox, like Chabad Orthodox.
How old are you?
I'm 21. And happy White Day, by the way. Happy White Week or whatever it's called.
It's happy. We are celebrating July as White History Month. Isn't that a great idea?
Yeah, because there were actually white slaves during the slavery time. It's just the white slave was worth less, and they wanted the black slave instead.
That's amazing.
There's a book on it called White Cargo.
Dana is from Georgia. Georgia on my mind.
I listen to you, and sometimes I think that we hear one thing, and we have to take a couple of days to let it sit.
That's right.
And firm it in our minds so that we can see that sometimes constructive criticism is there.
That's
we just
right.
take it personal. We let our emotions get in the way.
Well, happy White History Month.
All right, Jesse, you have a wonderful 4th of July, and hey. I'll walk away. That's all I got to say.
That's right. Thank you. You too. Wow.
Bullpen today. I have a conservative radio talk personality, TV host, extreme conservative, and he's proud of it. Pastor Jesse Lee Peterson, founder and president of Bond, B-O-N-D, and host of JLP Show and The Fallen State. Pastor Peterson, good day. Welcome to Indisputable.
Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
Sir, you all have a celebration coming up next month. Are you not the founder of White History Month, I think, which starts in July?
Yeah, we're going to be celebrating our 4th year of White History Month in July. And the reason that we started it in July is because if you notice, July just feels white.
Yeah.
It's summertime, vacation time, relaxing time, reflecting time, and appreciating the greatest country on this side of heaven.
Gotcha.
And so we are recognizing that and showing our appreciation for it.
I think it's important for people to know you're not a comedian. What you're saying, right? What you're saying, this is actually you. You do this. You're the founder of White History Month.
Yes.
You've also been very critical of Juneteenth. You have called it a fake holiday, but you want to make sure that everyone supports White History Month.
Absolutely.
Let's first of all, let's clear something up, sir. You really should be ashamed of yourself. I get this clown off my show. I appreciate you.
Who hate God, who hate the nuclear family.
Yeah. Listen, for those of you who wanted me to continue to engage that clown on this show, I'm sorry, I just couldn't do it. I'm only a human being. So please forgive me, okay? All right.
It is White History Month. White History Month. And I have with me Max. Max is an Italian-American man and a volunteer who worked with homeless. And he is a new member of the Bond Church. And so yesterday I brought up White History Month, and it was very, very interesting, his response to it. So I asked Max to come on this morning, and let's have a brief discussion about that. Thank you for coming in, man.
Thank you for having me.
I totally, absolutely appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
And so we talked about White History Month yesterday. What's your feeling when you first heard that I had started July as White History Month? What was your first impression about it?
It blew my mind, and I actually showed it to others, and it was shocking. We've never had that before.
Yeah. And why was it shocking? We have Black History Month, we have Homosexual History Month, we have Women History Month, we have Japanese and Mexican and Chinese History Month. But whenever white history is discussed, it's always in a negative. It's always a put down.
Yep.
And it was white folks who built this great nation. If it wasn't for white people, there would be no American. There would be no POCs here in this country, people of color. And yet, white history is not discussed in a positive way. Why is that?
I don't think it needs to be discussed. It already is, and if you ask a lot of different types of people from different cultures and races, there's no need for a White History Month.
Do you feel that way too?
You know, it's nice to see from another race that they want to celebrate White History Month and implement that.
Right.
It's interesting. It kind of shocked me at first, but I don't think that we actually need a White History Month.
And why not?
You know, that's a good question. I think just the way the country has been founded and the groundwork and everything that's been put out, it's already embedded into our country. We don't need to, I'm going to be blunt, we don't need to shove it in other people's faces. I think through history, though, America was founded, to be blunt, on a bed of racism and bringing slaves over and using them to create this nation in the beginning, and that is from what we learn in class, and
But that's false history, though. They didn't bring slaves over. The Arabs sold slaves. They bought them from other black people in Africa, and they sold the blacks around the world, not just white folks. You just go over there and say, hey, we need to build a country called America. Let's go to Africa and get some black folks and bring them back. Yeah. That didn't happen that way.
Well, that's what we've been taught.
See, that's the problem, and that's why white Americans are afraid to talk about white history, because they've been lied to about how all this came about.
When you brought it up, it was the 1st of July, and I was watching the show, and it shocked me, and I showed it to friends, and it shocked them too.
Right.
I have a couple black friends as well, and they were kind of, they didn't know how to react to it. It was one of them said it was a little bit of a slap in the face. So
in the black's face?
Correct.
In black faces? Mm-hmm. Why was that a slap in the face?
They told me there was no need to have a White History Month. It just is. We don't need it. And I can I see that point of view.
But I don't, though. I can't see it at all. So again, help me to understand. So is there a need to discuss black history?
I think it's nice to respect and discuss and appreciate all cultures from around the world.
But how about black history? Is there a need to discuss?
Absolutely.
Is there a need to discuss women's history?
Sure.
Homosexual history?
Yes.
Chinese and Mexicans history?
Yes.
But not white history?
We can discuss white history.
Is there a need to?
Sure. How about this?
But
implement it through the government and see what others around the world think.
Implement what through the government?
Instead of saying that it's White History Month.
Right.
So I'm in agreement with you with a lot of things. Right. But instead of saying it's White History Month, put it out there, get feedback from others across the world, and see how they feel.
But I don't care what the people across the world feel. I just care about my country and what we feel. So, you mentioned white supremacists. You believe there's such a thing as white supremacy?
What?
Do you believe there's such a thing as white supremacy?
Of course I do.
Where's the proof of it?
What's the proof of it?
Yes.
Now we'll get into politics again.
But this is not politics. This is about dealing with people's lives and stuff.
I don't get into that.
But where's the proof of white supremacy? You made the statement just now. Where's the proof of it?
Yeah, well, open your eyes and look. Look at the world.
I don't see it.
You don't see it?
No.
Well, good. You're happier than I am.
So I started White History Month this month. It's the first time we ever had it. And the reason I started is...
You started?
Yes. July 1 to the whole month is White History Month. And the reason that I started it is because we have so-called Black History Month, we have Women History Month, we have Mexican History Month, we have Japanese History Month, we have Homosexual History Month, the whole month of June. We have something called Kwanzaa, even at Christmas time for black people. And I was thinking one day,
we're losing that appreciation for white Americans, because if there were no white folks, there would be no America. And we will all be stuck somewhere else. And so whenever they mention white history, it's in such a negative way, right? And it shows a lack of appreciation. And then white people are afraid to speak up for fear of being called racist. And so I thought, you know, we gotta show appreciation because we're losing America. And so I picked July, because July just feel white. You know, it's like in the air, it's everywhere.
With all that heat, it feels white.
It just feels white. You can feel it in your bones.
I gotta get out of here.